January man walks down the road in woolen coat and boots of leather. The February man still shakes the snow from off his hair and blows his hands. The man of March sees the spring and wonders what the year will bring and hopes for better weather. Comes down to watch the birds fly in to share the summer. The man of May stands very still, watching the children dance away the day. In June, the man inside the man is young and wants to lend a hand, and grins at each newcomer. And in July, the man in cotton shirt, he sits and thinks on being idle. The August man in thousands takes the road to watch the sea and find the sun. September man is standing near to saddle up another year, and autumn is his bridehood. The man of New October takes the reins, and early frost is on his shoulder. The poor November man sees fire and rain and snow and mist and wintry gales. December man looks through the snow to let 11 brothers know they're all a little older. And the January man walks down the road in woolen coat and boots of leather to take another turn and walk along that icy road he knows so well. For the January man is here for starting each and every year along the road forever.
Song I wrote, which was a few weeks ago, sleeping out on Dartmoor with a group of people just like this, where we each wrote a song. It was called Wild Songs, and we slept out and we got inspiration, and this song came, and it's a love song from the divine, from the cosmos to the cosmos, from the trees to the trees, for you in this moment. So I'm feeling love for the trees, love. It's just a love song, and it says, it speaks to me of how the cosmos works and how I work. Anyway, you'll hear it. And there's a chorus which I encourage you to join in. Simple enough. I love you all the time is the chorus. The words. I know you and I love you, and now you know it too. I've been right at your shoulder when troubles swirled and blew. I've been one with your heartbeat, and now you're one with mine. Though days seem cold and desperate, I love you all the time. I love you all the time. I love you all the time. I love you, yes, I love you, yes, I love you all the time. I love you all the time. I love you all the time. I love you, yes, I love you, yes, I love you all the time. I've been there and I'll be there. Whatever comes to pass, I'll hold you tight as bowstring and gentle as the grass. I'll bless you without speaking, hold you without hands, see you without looking. I know you'll understand. For I don't need the glamour, and I don't need the name. What sings within my heartstrings is the product of the pain. For I don't need the glamour, and I don't need the name. What sings within my heartstrings is the product of the pain. And though this song sounds simple, it touches deep within. I know that to be whole again, I'll gamble all I've been. Of fully being human, of being fully broke, of plunging to the darkest depths to reimagine hope. I love you all the time. I love you all the time. I love you, yes, I love you, yes, I love you all the time. I love you all the time. I love you all the time. I love you and I love you, yes, I love you all the time. I love you when you're smiling. I love you when you're sad. I love you when you're half asleep. I love you when you're mad. I love you when you're sorted. I love you when you're lost. I love you when you're sailing high. I'll love at any cost. So though you're bruised and battered, or lost your way in time, know that though your heart is broken, that's the reason it's sublime. I love you all the time. I love you all the time. I love you, yes, I love you, yes, I love you all the time. I know you, and I love you, and now you know it too. I've been right at your shoulder when troubles swirled and blew. I've been one with your heartbeat, and now you're one with mine. Though days seem cold and desperate, I love you all the time. I love you all the time. I love you all the time. I love you, yes, I love you, yes, I love you all the time. I love you all the time. I love you all the time. I love you, yes, I love you, yes, I love you all the time. Once more, I love you all the time. I love you all the time. I love you, yes, I love you, yes, I love you all the time. Stand alone, blessed are and blessed be the lovers of the lady. Blessed are and blessed be maiden mother crone. She's been waiting, she's been waiting so long. She's been waiting for her children to remember. She's been waiting, she's been waiting so long. She's been waiting for her children to remember to come home. Blessed are and blessed be those who stand together. Blessed are and blessed be those who stand alone. Blessed are and blessed be the lovers of the lady. Blessed are and blessed be maiden mother crone once more. She's been waiting. She's been waiting so long. She's been waiting for her children to remember.
Oh, you're on fire.
I'm on though. Never truly know the source from whence you come. Clear water, pure, nor will know shimmer of gold found at the bottom. By those chosen souls.
Well done, Andy.
That's very bridging. It's very bridging. Dream time.
Wow, it really makes quite a fence in a way, like a palisade.
Yeah, that's kind of like a circumference. I call it the circumference or the perimeter. You know, it's the boundary of the sacred circle.
In the playful spirit.
Yeah, they're in the mix. Prayerfulness and playfulness. Our bedfellows.
Our bread.
Oak. Holly. Hazel.
It's right that you plant them. It's right.
How long have you been making these
I don't know.
for?
I can't remember. I did keep a diary. But it's at least 5 years since I carved the first one, but it was never done to do it quickly. I just did them when I felt like it. But right at the beginning, when I started collecting little twigs for doing like readings, like runes, I don't even know where I heard it. It might have been Alan, it could have been in a book, I can't remember. It was a simple thing that you can use your twigs to make a sacred grove and sit inside, and that just, well, you know, you can carry your grove with you wherever you go. So this was just an ego expansion of having little twigs, you know, but then it's a sacred circle.
It's a sacred circle.
They don't look very ego to me.
No, and that also allows for your beautiful painting.
Yeah. A part of it just being artistic and creative, isn't it? My friends would say arty farty.
Already.
Yeah.
There's your conker where the black flag is.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, which one's that? No, that's all right.
It won't matter. Vine, ivy, broom. We're in the days of broom.
It's now.
It's just where that swing is, so you can just swing
I'm
over.
We're heading into the days of black
Yeah,
pond.
this might have to come
Swing
round
over into the circle, through.
Oh, now that's an invitation.
Yeah, no, I can see you're really tempted. I'm tempted.
Maybe when it's clearer, people.
Everything lost will be found again in a new form, in a new way.
Yeah?
I just realised I should turn the animals
Yes.
to face inwards.
Yay.
This one's got
Wow.
bees and a snail and a white hind, salmon of wisdom.
But what it's really telling us is we can form our grove anywhere in the world.
There's a white heart and the red bull.
This is sacred time, this is sacred space, this is just marking out, as you've done.
Do you want to use the word?
Yes. So
Just declaring.
we were talking just briefly about being nowhere, and if you split nowhere in the middle, it's now here. So whenever you're feeling like you're getting nowhere, you're now here. And so, and it's a good place to be now here. And I'm very grateful that all of you are now here for this circle. Of these 20 stakes, I call them stakes, but it's probably not the best word. Staves is a nice word.
Who are we missing?
Ones. Yeah, so
We're coming in. Whoever is that? Someone, one of ours in the far distance.
Alan's
No, behind Alan.
That's
Someone.
So the way I talk it in the Zoom meditations is we usually imagine ourselves in a clearing in a forest, and we turn to face north, and in the north is the yew tree. But the yew tree is the conclusion, it's the conclusion of the circle, but it holds the position of winter solstice, the rebirth of the sun. So the beginning of a new wheel, like going from midnight to 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock is the birch tree, so it's the beginning of the new cycle. So we have birch, and we have the rowan tree, and the alder tree, the willow tree, and then due east is the ash tree. So the ash tree corresponds with east, and the spring equinox, and the sunrise, and the dawn. And then we're into the second Akma, which is hawthorn, oak, holly, hazel, and apple. Apple is the summer solstice. And the place of apples is Avalon. Avalon means place of apples. So I also call it the Summerlands, because Avalon, summer solstice, Summerlands. Third Akma takes us into the mystery traditions. You've got vine, the grapes for the potent wine, and then ivy. Ivy and vine were mixed together for Dionysus and Bacchus. Brings us to Lunasa, that space. And on the other side of Lunasa is where we are now here in the days of Broom. Broom is the middle cauldron, the Holy Grail, Grail Maiden, constellation of Crater, the wine mixing cup. But all of the Arthurian Grail lore relates to the mystery traditions and the middle cauldron.
And the place of playfulness.
Playfulness, absolutely. So that playfulness then is in Lunasa, because it's in between ivy and grapes.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's the Lunasa swing. The swing of Lou. The swing of Lou. After Broom, Blackthorn for the Great Mother Goddess of Virgo, and Elder is in the west for the autumn equinox.
And the Great Mother of the Blackthorn is just like Queen's
Great big,
Christmas
great
tree
big
as well.
horse chestnut tree. Yeah, lovely. The final Akma then is pine, aspirations, high-reaching tree, and Ratatosk the squirrel running up and down. Gorse and heather. The gorse and heather are deliberately side by side, just like oak and holly. Oak and holly are on either side of Beltane, and gorse and heather are on either side of Samhain, and they both grow in the heath. So this I call the wild heath, and it corresponds with Samhain and the wild hunt to the winter solstice. So heather, and then aspen, the psychopomp, going through death to the rebirth at the winter solstice. So that's the basic story or